Absolute Radio is where you can hear Prince, Mumford and Sons,
I will wait for you,
and The Killers.
Can you read my mind?
Absolute Radio
Where real music matters.
Absolute Radio
is
the home of rock and roll football.
Barclays Premier League football commentary every Saturday afternoon.
Save someone's life.
Artalinu, 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 Artalinu. Vaharashnu, Begam Saranu, Vaharashnu, Begam Saranu, Avaradokat Sarnu. Avaradokat Sarnu, Avaradokat Sarnu, Avaradokat Sarnu. Artalinu, 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 Alinu, Artalinu, Artalinu, Artalinu. Maharashnu, Begam Saranu, Maharashnu, Begam Saranu, Avaradokat Sarnu, Avaradokat Sarnu, Avaradokat Sarnu, Avaradokat Sarnu. Artalinu, 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 Artalinu. Maharashnu, Begam Saranu, Maharashnu, Begam Saranu, Avaradokat Sarnu, Avaradokat Sarnu, Avaradokat Sarnu, Avaradokat Sarnu. Artalinu, Artalinu, Artalinu.
Can this show get any worse?
Iain Lee. It's about love and life. And live radio wrestling matches. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Iain Lee.
Absolute Radio. If you're not drumming along, then there's something sexually wrong with you. Hang on a second. That's better. Oh, no, we're on the wrong setting. Hang on. There we go. That's better. Iain Lee, Absolute Radio. Thank you to Ben Jones for talking and playing records and doing it excellently. I haven't got any more time to thank him because tonight's show is going to be what I like to call a humdinger. Joining me in the studio is Crufts correspondent, an all-round nice guy. And we'll talk about that more a bit later on. Dougie Anderson.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I thought Ben Jones played an absolute cracker tonight.
He was good, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is good, Ben Jones. He is good. We like him a lot. Where's he going to be in 6 weeks' time? Don't know. Not here. Controversial, but true.
Smooth FM.
Well, no, he's a good broadcaster. He will find somewhere, goddammit. In fact, I know he's got some top secret missions
He
already.
could be the new Paul Coyer, who is on Smooth FM, I think.
Pays very well, Smooth.
Really?
It does pay very well. I know someone who did a few gigs there, and very Lord.
It's kind of like the Rolling Stones to Magic FM's Beatles in many ways, isn't
Exactly. Speaking of Beatles, they're a good band, aren't they?
it? They're going to go places.
Now, Dougie Anderson, you have joined us. Oh, stop there. Stop the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, she's back. She's been around the world and she still can't find her baby. It's Eloise!
Woo!
Eloise, we missed you!
Thank you.
You were at the Glastonbury Festival.
Yeah.
Did you take a drug?
No.
Last year she came back, she was still coming down from LSD.
Ooh.
It was the most
No,
entertaining.
that was a vicious lie that you made up.
You were very, very giggly and you were hallucinating. And
The Sid Barrett drug, isn't it?
You thought Jimi Hendrix was a good guitarist, so you had what can
I
only be
still
described.
stand by that.
Well, he's a good guitarist?
Yeah.
Oh, he's awful.
Can you play with your tongue?
Yeah, like this.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Terrible.
That was quick. Eloise, you had what... I just crushed a nut. You had what can only be described as the worst Glastonbury ever. Is that correct?
Or maybe not.
And that's not just because you saw
Ever.
U2 and Coldplay.
My worst Glastonbury ever,
What? Tell us all about it.
but not other people's.
No.
Well, when we arrived there, it was
Yep.
a lovely sunny day.
Yep.
As soon as I put, like, all my backpacks on, I'm talking about
Yep.
one huge one at the back, one little one that was really heavy at the front because
A front
it was full
pack.
of alcohol.
Yeah. Oh,
And then I had a tent.
Did you need to take that, Eloise? You know.
Otherwise, I'd be spending a fortune.
Okay. Well, before you complain about the backpacks, remember one of them was filled with booze.
A tent and a chair.
You took a chair.
You're a fool if you don't take a chair to a festival. It is the top
I'm gonna stop you
number
there.
one thing.
Dougie has reported on festivals for, I believe, the BBC, the British Broadcasting Corporation.
Oh, yes, I
But
have.
does he camp or do they put him in a hotel?
Let's ask him that question.
Well, due to the fact that it's still under embargo, I can't answer that question.
Would you ever consider taking a chair to a festival?
You don't take one to watch a gig with.
No. Although that's not a bad idea.
Did you get to see the Pulp secret gig?
I did,
Oh,
yeah.
now that makes it worthwhile.
I was one of the last people to get through the gates before they shut
Yeah,
them.
and because Kate Moss didn't even get in for
I
it,
know.
did she?
I was waving at her, going, in your face, Moss.
In your
Yeah,
face,
yeah.
Moss. We've still not addressed the issue of the chair. I think that there's something going on between you two that you don't want to let me into your secret festival chair club, so we'll move on. Mud. And don't use the line that you said upstairs on the radio, please.
I won't. No, but before that, it
I'll tell you
started to
later.
rain, so everything got absolutely soaked.
Yep,
All
yep.
my clothes, my sleeping bag, drenched.
Yep.
And then there was 6 hours of queuing
Oy.
in mud that was so thick it went over the top of my wellies and went into my wellies.
Wow.
So then I never had dry wellies the rest of the time.
Trench foot. You can
So
get
in
trench
some
foot.
ways, it's like, sure, take a couple of backpacks
Yep, yep.
and a chair,
Yep.
but for goodness sake, next time take 4 wellies as
Yeah.
opposed to 2.
Yeah,
And maybe
'cause you
take a
will
few.
lose them.
Maybe take a few less cans of beer. It's a suggestion, Eloise. I'm not being your father.
Don't know if it's beer though. She didn't say it
No,
was beer.
it's
Could have been-
irrelevant. It's
Was it-
Could you be an advocate? Warning.
Malibu and
advocate.
Coke.
There was a box of wine, vodka, and Strongbow.
Oh, classy. It was classy. It was like a ladies' weekend.
That's the
at
kind of
Henley.
girl that on day 3 of the festival you think, I've got a chance with him.
Because she's so pissed. Eloise, it's lovely to have you back. We'll get more of your stories about Glastonbury later on.
Okay.
And we haven't even got onto the fact that she was robbed.
Really?
We'll get to that later on. There's a phone call there. Oh, that's my fader. There's a phone call there. Maybe you'd like to take that 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. I've got a bone to pick. No,
Just wondering though, you said the phone call, if people want to tweet or anything like that, can they do that for the show as well?
if they want. So we've got work. Can you? This is just getting in the way here because there's somewhere you can move your chair.
Like that?
Just somewhere. No.
Alright, okay.
Because this is the nub of the microphone stand is in the way.
Okay. What if I was
It's
there? Is that-
complete. That makes it completely worse.
What if it move the mic to there?
We're there.
Okay.
So, there are workmen who have dug up my street, okay? They basically, we moved into a new street, and every 2 or 3 days, a lorry comes along and sucks out stuff out of the drains, okay? And then
A drainage lorry.
A drainage lorry. And then they've been digging up the street, and I mentioned this to a neighbour. I said, how long have they been doing this? And the neighbour said, and my wife doesn't believe me, the neighbour said, oh, for the last 25 years. Oh, excuse me. And then a few weeks ago, we had a note through the door saying, yeah, tomorrow we're going to have to close off the street. It's going to be closed off for 2 months, which is bad. So it's annoying. So there's limited parking space.
And you have a car.
To drive around in.
Yeah.
Limited parking space, okay? So that's annoying, right?
Yeah.
And then today I went to park and I saw, oh, there's spaces there and there's spaces there. As I approached the spaces, I looked down at the road and saw that someone had sprayed, rather badly, with a yellow spray can, double yellow lines.
Ooh.
The workmen had just put in double yellow lines to make things easier for them. Are they allowed to do? They can't be allowed to do that.
Well,
can
I'm
they?
glad you've asked because, as an expert on
Yeah.
the subject, they're not. They're not. Now, but as someone who came to my house today, i.e., you,
That was me.
you were just able to come into the driveway, which is a communal driveway because
Yes.
it's a 3-flatter,
Yes.
with no worries and no problems at all. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, my house and the parking
What?
around it is a bit of an island of tranquility for you if you ever come in your car again.
If I were to park at your house, though, then that's like an hour walk back to my house. That would be very inconvenient. It's a very generous offer. Inconvenient. Very inconvenient. So I'm going to say no. But I was wondering, if they're allowed to just go, we need this clear...
Well, I think that's illegal, isn't it? They can't just start spraying willy-nilly.
well, can I just get a can of black paint and just paint over their made-up lines? I am going to phone the council tomorrow.
Well,
It's a tough one, isn't it? You ponder on it. We want to speak to Chris. Hello, Chris.
Hello, how are you this evening?
You don't care? What can we do for you, Chris?
I just want to chat about the young guy, a bit of an asbo. Right, so I'm sort of bordering on 40, a couple of youngsters. respect.
Okay,
Bit of an issue with that.
Chris,
So it's
Chris,
along the lines
Chris,
of the black
Chris,
painting of lines.
Chris.
Sir.
You've literally made no sense whatsoever in your opening gambit. Let's
Really?
let's
Shall I
back
try again?
Let's back away from what we've discussed so far. Let's pretend
Okay.
we've only just met. Let's try again. Chris, what can we do for you?
I, Ian, have the W this evening.
You don't care. What do you want?
I do care completely. What I do care, right? Dogs, bad owners, dogs.
Okay, there are a few words
the
missing
dogs-
from this, but we're getting closer.
Yeah.
Dogs.
Yeah, dogs and people.
Yep.
The best thing you can get out of a dog is what the person puts into it. So if you have a bad owner, you'll get a bad dog. If you have a bad parent, you have a bad child. If you have a bad line painter, you get bad lines.
Dougie, I'm going to back away from the microphone on this one.
lost myself
Yep,
completely
you've
on
lost
this
us, but Dougie's looking like he's ready to go.
You
with
get
this
a
one.
you get a bad collar. It's a bad radio show. I'm joking, of course.
Yeah, bad collar was a really good
I'm
collar.
joking, of
It's an
course.
electric one. Collars are good.
I think, Chris, if I may pop in for a second, a lot of this is about respect.
I
And
know where we are now. Obviously, I couldn't hear it because I was in a different room to the radio.
well, you're not respecting how radio waves work. I think this is a double non-respect situation.
You should respect the radio, Chris.
I retract all disrespect I've thrown in so far.
Okay, Chris, can I ask you two questions?
Fire away, sir.
First question is, have you taken any drug today?
Coffee, a couple of pints,
Ah.
maybe some tobacco.
Okay, you've preempted the second question. Have you taken any drink today? You said a couple of pints.
Yeah.
Is that all?
That's a drug.
Is that all?
Maybe a glass of wine.
There we go.
Yeah.
I think we're getting the truth.
What's that, 18 units?
Yeah, something like that. He's over the limit. He's over the legal limit to
units?
phone up a radio station.
Oh, no, good God, no. I can talk for hours.
I know, Chris.
Give me some
That's
more.
what I was worried
I'll
about.
stay for days.
Chris, I'm going to do us all a favour and I'm going to cut you off.
I love you.
There we go. So, if you want to give us a call, 0330 123 1215. These are the things I want to know. What revenge can I wreak on these workmen that are digging up the street? They've painted double yellow lines. If you're a solicitor and you think that you'd like to take this case on for me for free, 0330 123 1215. The other question is, and this is very important, and you might know the answer, Dougie, because I know you're a man of the world.
Yeah.
What is? I don't even know how to say it. Zumba.
It's the official football of the 1986 World Cup, the tango, of course, being the official one for the 1982 Spanish finals. 86 Mexico.
I don't think it is quite the answer I was looking for.
Hey, it's an answer.
If you know the correct answer, 0330 123 1215. I've seen the word Zumba everywhere. Is someone playing the bongos?
No, sorry, that was my coffee.
Oh, showing off you bought yourself a coffee and didn't buy me one. Unbelievable. The magic of Linkin Park.
The radio station you have on at the moment.
Ian Lee, Absolute Radio. Dougie Anderson is there.
Yes, I am.
Eloise is there.
Hello.
You're right, Eloise.
Yeah.
Okay, are you busy doing stuff? Because I don't. You are invited into this studio. I don't want you to feel I don't.
You have it too cold in there for me.
If we turn the heat up a bit, would you come in?
I've got to write my show logs anyways.
There we go. You see,
You have to write your show logs.
Yeah.
So it's not the temperature. So you blaming it on the temperature is a little bit of a lie.
Well, I could do it in there, but it means booting Dougie out of his seat and doing loud tapping.
Well, I didn't like the first bit of that answer, and I don't really care for the second bit either.
I'm not so mad. The first bit I don't mind.
I mean, I was about to say it'd be nice to be a bit of a triumvirate as opposed to just a couple, but after that, let's keep it to a couple.
We'll pass, Eloise, but thanks for the offer. We'll leave your microphone up so you can chip in.
Yeah.
But don't tap too loudly.
Okay.
Thank you. It's nice to have you back. Chris Power is a physics student, and he's on the line to us now. Chris.
Hey, mate.
Hello, Chris. How is physics these days? What's the latest discovery in nanotechnology?
No idea.
Okay. Quantums?
No idea.
I've got a wicked book on time travel.
Really?
Well, I bought a book. I bought two books on time. I'm a big fan of time travel.
Yes, you are.
And I bought one book which explains time travel for those writing time travel stories. And I also bought another book which has got a misleading title. It's called How to Build a Time Machine. I thought, yes, this would be a nice weekend project. Could be a lot of fun to show the boy what it was like in the 1950s. Very complicated, Chris. Apparently I need infinite power.
Yeah.
Where the hell am I going to get
and
that
you would
from?
need to go faster than the speed of light.
Yeah,
which
well,
is
exactly.
physically impossible.
How am I going to do that?
Well, that's only if you're going backwards in time.
Yeah, forwards in time, then it's a different thing. Forwards in time is when you need the infinite power. Are you sure you're a physics? Are you sure you're a physics student, Chris Power?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me something physicsy.
They're actually, yesterday was the 28th of June, which was Tau Day, because some scientists believe that pi should not be used, but tau, which is 2 pi, should be used as the base unit.
Okay, he's a physics student. He's a physics student.
Is that more mathematics than physics?
It's used a heck of a lot in physics, I can tell you.
In your face, Anderson. Yeah. Don't try and get him in your face.
What was the catalyst for you wanting to discover more about physics? Because mine was the television show Tomorrow's World.
Mine was the television show Sapphire and Steel. Sorry, Chris Powell?
I had a couple of mad teachers.
Yeah. You're right, Dougie. You spewing up?
No, I was just
it's like my granddad when he used to do fnobs on the floor.
I had a frog in my throat. I'm sure I heard a door where Chris is, a door opening or closing.
Yeah, most likely.
What, are you in a door factory? What's going on, Chris?
No, I'm moving house tomorrow, so I'm.
The door's constantly swinging open and shut. And are you moving house because the door is so noisy?
No, it's end of student year.
Of course it is. And hey, what do you think about the strike tomorrow?
I'm all for it.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that the PTS are right.
I'm all right. Dougie, are you all for the strike tomorrow?
110.
Eloise?
I don't know what strike you're talking about because there hasn't been papers where I've been.
Well, not even toilet papers?
Toilet papers, no, definitely not.
Well, to cut a long story short, it's all about the miners. They're a bit annoyed at the Tory government, and Scargill is livid.
Yeah, it's going to kick off. And I'm on the side of the miners. Until it turns nasty, then I'm going to be on the side of the Tory government.
Yeah.
I'm definitely for the strike tomorrow. And I'm tempted to go on strike myself in support of the...
comrades?
Yes, the comrades who are striking. Chris, should we go on strike tomorrow?
I don't work, so yeah, why not?
Well, technically I don't work, you know...
Actually, no, I'm a barman.
Okay.
So I could.
So this is good. You're a student, but you have a job to pay for not just your normal living bills, but the actual education. Are you going to do more bar work during the summer in the downtime, or are you going to take on another job during the summer, Chris?
Or, if I can ask, have you got a tiny physics project you're working on?
No, I'm working 2 bar jobs and possibly for the council.
Wow, well, this is promising.
Yeah, congratulations, you see.
And, Chris, not wanting to pry, have you got a lady friend you're going to be maybe doing a bit of romancing?
No.
A gentleman friend? It's 2011, Dougie.
Yeah.
You know, these things are illegal now.
Guys can kiss guys now without any serious comeback.
A little bit of stubble rash, though.
I'm yet to find one that I fancy.
Okay, well, I find some gentlemen very attractive. Okay, very attractive. I think, for example, Elvis Presley, 1968 to 1972, beautiful, beautiful man. But it's just the penis gets in the way of me becoming a homosexual. It's the only thing.
I mean, there are ways around it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Depends what angle you look at it from.
It's a very good question.
Yeah,
very
it is. And it's like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. From certain angles, deeply attractive, but at the end of the day, you probably don't want it up you.
Chris, you've called in. What can we do for you?
Yes, you mentioned Zumba, and you didn't know what it was.
I don't. I've seen Zumba everywhere. It's the de rigueur at the moment, but I have no idea what it means and what it is.
Zumba is a new form of dance that's very aerobic, very energetic, and it's used by quite a lot of people to lose weight and to keep fit.
So, AKA, it's a fad.
Yes.
Is it like the new?
I actually quite like it.
Gentlemen can do it as well.
Oh yeah.
What kind of dance?
But it's basically a fusion of different Latin dances.
Fusion. Okay. So it's like, is it like sort of Pilates and Taibo? Was something, wasn't it, once? I remember.
Could be Pilates and a bit of rumba.
Rumba.
Pilates, I think, is a lot more slow. Rumba, it wouldn't be, because rumba's quite slow. It's more the samba, salsa type of thing.
But it sounds like rumba. It's not salsa.
I've no idea why it's called Zumba.
I'm not having a go at you, Chris Powell, the physics student. I don't really think this is... you are at the moment, the only spocesman we have for Zumba.
And it sounds a fun way to get fit.
Heavy use of hips, which you use
Heavy use of hips. That's a great name for an album. From 1950s, a bongo player. Dirk Bogo and his heavy use of hips. Yeah. Okay, and you do this, Chris?
No, I do ballroom and Latin, but my teacher, she does Zumba. So we've done a bit as warm-up, but not actually done it as a class.
Okay, and it really is everywhere. I say everywhere. I saw a sign stuck to a tree in my general area of North London recently, and that made me think, oh, this is really taking off in a big way. Chris Power, physics student, do you know what I still don't know what Pilates is.
I guess it's something like yoga. I've never been that
Specifically
interested.
for your back.
Eloise is chipping in, yes?
It's specifically for your back and your pelvic floors.
Sorry? I haven't got a pelvic floor. I've got a ground floor and a first floor, but a pelvic floor. What do you do in it?
It's lots of back stretching, basically, and strengthening.
Okay, back
It
stretching.
can improve your core muscles also.
It's still far more popular with the lady side of the sexes.
Yeah.
Because of the pelvic floor thing.
Because I think a lot of men are just embarrassed with the word Pilates. It's not very manly, but they should probably get over that because, as we've established, it's good for the back, it's good for all muscles in general, and it's a fun way to keep fit.
It sounds like a made-up word, though. Is it one of those?
It sounds like a dish.
Yeah.
You know, I went to Morocco, I went to Essaouira on the course,
Yes.
and I got a real taste for Pilates.
So, Chris, do you do any of the... But you do ballroom, do you?
Yeah, ballroom and Latin.
And so I'm guessing you've got quite a strong physique.
It's okay, I guess.
Okay. And does that mean if you were to go into like a disco and suddenly they put on like a remixed dance version of a ballroom classic, you could grab someone like they do in Grease 2 and just start dancing crazy style?
Crazy style, I'm not so sure. I could, if someone from the Ballroom Society was about, then I could grab them and do a ballroom fairly
I do envy the ballroom dancer. I'd love to be able to...
Chris, where do you stand on the whole dance show thing? A lot of dance shows on TV with that guy Forsyth and Things on Ice. As a dancer yourself,
the only one of them that I ever really watched was Strictly.
Yep.
I'm not so keen on it anymore because it's very Americanised now.
Yeah. Well, they'll put on American accents.
And do you think that Bruce Forsyth is a little bit old to do it now because he seems to stumble, get a bit confused sometimes? You know, I've read that in the
Yeah, but
papers.
he's still a better dancer than Tess Daly.
He's a better dancer than Tess Daly.
Well, the rumour is that Vernon Kay is going to be taking over that little show. That's the rumour.
Then it will just plummet. I can't stand that guy.
Can I show another just a
he's a nice guy.
follow-up question on that one, Chris? A lot of people talk about Bruce Forsyth as a national treasure. You know, it's like, oh, Bruce Forsyth, he's great. He's like the film Grease. If you slag it off, people go, you can't slag that off. It's a classic.
Can I just stop you there? Grease and Grease 2 have just been mentioned in this conversation. That's the first. Yeah.
Now, to me, Chris, Forsyth wouldn't be fit to lick the boots off someone like the late, great Bob Monkhouse, who I actually worked with once and who I still think is a legend, albeit one who's passed on to another world. So, Forsyth, time to go, would you say?
Oh, no.
Well,
no,
I don't
mean. I don't mean
going to kill him.
No, I don't mean to die.
No,
nobody is advocate. Yeah, and for goodness' sake, nobody go out tonight looking for Bruce Forsyth while shouting, "I'm going to take you out of the game," and I'm not just talking about Strictly.
Because what will happen is like a Dave Forsyth with a different spelling. People will think it's the same person, and his house will be surrounded by people who hate paedophiles and will get him like they did in that incident with the News of the World.
Yes, we're going to have marauding people. Like Chris, just running down indiscriminate streets.
Chris, for God's sakes, leave Bruce Forsyth alone. He's a knight of the realm. What's your problem with him, dude?
I don't think he is. Is he a knight of the realm? I don't think he is.
He's a sir.
He's not.
Yes, he is.
Did this happen in the last...
I had heard recently that he was.
Yes, it is.
Oh, so this is a very recent thing.
The last 2 weeks, Dougie, yes.
It's a fortnight ago it happened.
Yes, to this very day.
My
Because he had a right cob on that it didn't happen.
I mean, is he up there with Redgrave, for instance, and others?
But then I think he deserves it more than people like
Pete
Sir
Waterman.
Alex Ferguson.
Alex Ferguson, yes, definitely.
Whoa. Well, listen, Chrissy. When Forsyth has won the European Cup or Champions League a couple of times, or even the Cup Winners' Cup with a little team like Aberdeen...
Okay. I would rather listen to Coldplay than football. There are rules here, Dougie. Chris, thank you. 0330 123 1215. Should Bruce Forsyth have been knighted? Probably not.
I turn the music up.
People said there wouldn't be a new U2, it's Coldplay. The new U2, Coldplay. The new REM.
Someone's posted on the Facebook page. Linda Wakeling has posted.
Yep.
So Bruce, all in capitals, so I'm assuming that she's shouting. So Bruce Forsyth has done quite a bit for charity, although I'm not keen on him. Well done, Brucey.
He has, and we applaud him for his charity work and a lot of his other work.
There we go. Dougie Anderson is in the studio, if you'd like to give us a call. We're talking about lots of things. I am going to complain to the council tomorrow. This is what my life has become as a middle-aged, middle-class father. About the fake double yellow lines that the workmen have just painted there. And they've done it really badly as well. It's just a spray can.
Because you think it's DIY line painting?
Very, very much so. Very much so. And they definitely weren't there this morning because people were allowed to park there.
Yeah.
And they've done it in a couple of places and you just think, no, that isn't good enough. I'm going to complain.
What to do is just phone the council, get the official line on it, and then confront them.
Yeah. Well, sorry?
Confront them. Just go up to them.
No. I can't. Listen, the reason I can't do that is because I sometimes appear on ITV television and I therefore can't be associated with anything contradictory or violent like that.
Yeah.
Is that the
I don't mean punch them.
No.
Or anything like that. I
No.
just mean go up and go, guys,
Steady.
what's the situ with the lino?
Unusual nonce. That's what they'll say to me. That's how these men speak. Would you? I mean, I could give you £10 if you could come and talk to them.
No, I'm no hard man.
I'm not a hard man. I wish I was. Have you ever? You've punched a man though, haven't you?
I have.
And what was that like?
I have. It was Bruce Forsyth. Didn't take kindly to it. Joking, of course.
No, we would never. Please don't punch old men. Are you okay?
It was a long time ago. Although I was the victim of an attempted mugging last year.
Yep.
Two guys with iron bars who wanted to take my iPod. This happened in North London. And I decided...
But imagine how disappointed they'd be if they got your iPod. Go, let's listen to what this guy... And it's just like the Flaming Groovies and all this obscure nonsense.
I was listening to Teenage Fan Club's new album that's come out a few weeks
and there was
before
no
that.
way you were handing that baby over.
And these guys did not appear like they were fans of the Fannies.
No.
If anything, they appeared to be more into the urban hip-hop genres, judging by their loose-fitting pants.
Yeah.
And
buy a belt. Go and steal a belt.
Couldn't see their faces because they had scarves covering their faces with hoods up while shouting, "Give me your iPod, give me your iPod," and there was a standoff.
Well, respect them for not using bad language.
Well, they did use bad language, but
respect is withdrawn.
Yeah.
This is definitely
some of the language as well.
Yeah.
And they were dropping their T sounds and all this kind of thing. Seeing this and effing that.
No, essing?
Essing, loads of essing. And with a sprinkling of peeings.
Any bees?
No.
That's something.
That seems to have gone out in the last few years.
They wouldn't have said W, would they?
No.
W is quite an old-fashioned.
It was quite a nerve-wracking moment, when those kind of things happen.
Yeah.
But I was really annoyed. So how dare they ask to take this iPod containing music that they will not like?
No.
But I managed to overpower them verbally.
You didn't tussle them to the floor.
No. But it was the old heart was beating. The old Dickie ticker was going 10 to the dozen.
Yeah.
But I got home safely with the iPod and woke up the next day and thought that was a silly move on my part. Probably should have given them the iPod. But I was glad I didn't.
I once had a lad try and steal some chips off me.
Mm-hmm. When was this recently?
It was about 12 years ago.
Okay. What year was that? 1999, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. It was a bit earlier than that, actually. 7. And I told him to F off.
Yeah.
And he did.
All right, so
There was a struggle. He held the bag of chips and he went, give me them. I said, Ivan, these are my chips.
Yeah, maintain the chips.
And, anyway, Dougie Anderson is here. We'll be talking about his new movie and his new album after this.
Absolute Radio.
That's what I'm talking about, the Muse.
Yeah, no, very kind.
Very kind indeed. Very kind indeed. Let me just press this button here. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Dougie Anderson is in the studio. Eloise is back. I missed her terribly, and we'll talk to her more about her Glastonbury experience. Which
Glastonbury.
You didn't go. You're not a fan?
I didn't. No, I am a fan. But I had a few things I needed to do in London side, so I watched it, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. The red button to me was a godsend because I watched, for instance, the start of Beyonce.
Yeah. Oh, I like Beyonce.
And I thought it was very good what she was doing.
Yeah.
And then I discovered on the red button Eels were on their whole concert, so I watched that.
Did you see the very weird clip that's doing the rounds of Lauren Laverne?
Yes, and Zane Lowe.
Zane Lowe. I've seen it out of context. So basically, she talks for a lot, and she throws to him, and he goes, "Yeah."
Yeah, well, she was talking about how Beyonce was great and all that, and he then said, I went to see Queens of the Stone Age instead. And Lauren, who I've worked with before and who's a really nice person. And I've actually worked with Iain Lowe before as well. And he's a nice enough chap.
Okay, I like Lauren. I've worked with her years ago.
Yeah, she's a lovely girl. And
she's good as well.
And yeah, she's cracking.
Yeah.
And Iain Lowe, I think, should have just said, I didn't see it, I was watching Queen of the Stone Age.
Yeah.
But instead started making a few weird facial gestures
Yeah,
and then sarcastic laughter.
Yeah.
But to be honest, the two of them were having a ridiculous conversation about it anyway.
Yeah.
Because it's not often, I've done a lot of music festivals, and I've been sort of warned sometimes, oh, you can't say that again, because I've had opinions about certain people. And I was always quite honest and said that I don't like some of the bands who are playing here, but I'll just talk about the ones that I do.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But it was a mountain at a molehill. And then he seemed to have got pushed off, and Joe Wiley came on for the last hour.
Good for her.
And she is someone who likes to get to the nitty-gritty off music. And if she doesn't like a band, by God, she's going to tell you about it.
Abby, do you like bands? She's thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. Abby.
Hello?
Abby, we were wondering if you liked bands.
I love bands.
Good. What can we do for you?
I'm just calling about your double yellow line fiasco.
Okay, this is the bane of my life. Can I just say, Abby, can I ask how old are you? 26?
27. Good guess.
Thank you very much. You've got a really cheeky little cackle in your throat. Can you hear that, Dougie?
Yeah, well, Abby, I barely heard much of you up until now, but I'm enjoying the cackle, and I think if you were walking down...
there it is.
If you were walking down a pavement, you'd not have a spring in your step.
Well, I'm sure my husband will be...
Well,
Wait, whoa,
obviously, I was not trying to allude to the fact that we should both be walking down that same pavement. And can I just say, I think marriage is a great thing, and it's good that it's working for you.
Yeah.
But
is it working for you, Abby?
It is, very much so.
How long have you been married for?
2 years in August.
Okay.
How long were you courting for before you got married?
3 years.
Right,
Well,
okay,
that's
so that's 5 years, that's half a decade, and it's going well. And if for some reason things take a bad turn and it's not going well, and you get divorced, maybe one day you can still be friends with your, well, now ex-husband, as it will be then. So I think whatever way it goes, it's going to be fine.
Abby, you've called in about double yellow lines.
I have. My lovely husband, as you've just been hearing,
yes.
He's a bit of he's quite helpful about these things. He's just been fighting a
dog. Sorry, I made a childish joke there. It made me chuckle. You've been fighting a what?
A parking ticket that he got on because he parked on a not very clearly marked double yellow line.
Yeah.
And he's now told me all this information about double yellow lines that I thought would help you out.
Oh, go on. Are you going to tell me I'm allowed to park on there and I can stick 2 fingers up to them?
Pretty much, I think so. Basically, there's sort of 3 main things he said that you need to look out for.
Yeah.
It's a bit technical, but one is you need to see that they've put, the basic sign on the street saying which days and time the double yellow line restrictions actually are in place.
But double yellow line is all the time.
Well...
No, it's not. I mean, it depends, they're all different, aren't
Okay, but basically they've extended an already existing double yellow line.
Okay, well, the other 2 things might be more helpful for you then.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
one
excited.
Is
Sorry, Abby, can I just butt in for a second? I thought the first one was very helpful.
It was irrelevant to the situation, Dougie. Stop, she's married.
Oh, that's very nice of you. The other one is that you need to look on the curb for 2 little yellow stripes together that are perpendicular to the main double yellow line.
On the curb or on the road?
No, they're on the curb.
On the curb.
Yeah, I know.
Which I've never noticed until he said this, and now you see them everywhere.
Oh, okay.
They need to be sort of at regular intervals, and if here's your technical information, they need to be at least 30 centimetres long, so you can get out your ruler and measure them.
Which I'm carrying with me at all times. This is fantastic.
Is that the third point? Is the third point the centimetre?
No, and the third point is that there needs to be something called a TMO, a Traffic Management Order.
Yeah,
and basically the council writes down what they're going to do and where it's going to be in place, and this is like a public document that you should be able to access. So if they haven't done any of those 3 things, then they can't give you a ticket for parking on it.
But then the thing is, what will happen is some Jobsworth will give me a ticket, and then I'll have to go to court and fight it, won't I?
Yeah, but...
Hold on.
Hold
on. I just heard someone in the background there.
And he went...
Yeah. And he sounded a little bit like a husband.
Abby, without being rude, can we speak to the organ grinder?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
I wonder what this guy's name's going to be.
Ben.
I reckon it's Ben. Oh,
Ben.
Yes. Ben,
Hi.
congratulations. You've got Abby.
I have. I got a traffic management order for her and everything.
Well done. Kinky. So basically, are you telling me, Ben, I can go and park on these double yellow lines this evening and nothing will happen to me?
Well, I can't guarantee that.
Oh, suddenly Mr. Big is not so big.
It's
He's
the
Mr.
old
Mediocre.
non-guarantee Ben.
Well, I can't stop a traffic warden, an idiotic traffic warden, putting a ticket on your car.
Yeah.
However, if he puts it on your car, first of all, I always advocate violence against traffic wardens. But if that doesn't work, you should be able to get off on one of those three things.
Ben, listen, thank you for that. Can I just say, of course, you do not condone violence against traffic wardens at all. Ben, thank you for that tip. And
if you do want to get off on one of those three things, for goodness sake, you need a better imagination than me. But good to hear the married couple there, and good to hear of a married couple who are actually living together.
So rare these days, isn't it? Now, Dougie, you're here because we're doing a show on Friday, aren't we?
We are this Friday.
This Friday, Clip Joint.
Yep, in Camden Town, London.
And there's a real buzz about this already, particularly between you and myself. But
it's
spreading.
We're buzzing. We've got Miles Jupp as our special guest as well.
Yasser might be in the audience. Means nothing to you, but to the listeners at home, their ears are pricked up. They've gone, Yasser might be in the audience? Wow.
And this week we have now released the final little batch of tickets, like they do at festivals now, don't they? You know, they keep a little amount of tickets back, and we thought we'd do the same, and we did because we sold out all the rest of them.
Well,
so we've got a tiny little amount of tickets
that we've just released. If you want to get the tickets, they're on the link is on the Facebook page. I'm going to put the link on the Facebook page now, facebook.com/Iain Lee Show. They're only. £6? It's only £6.
And £6 is now about £2 less than 20 cigarettes.
I was surprised at that. I haven't bought cigarettes for a very, very long time, but they're like £8 or something.
Yeah, £8, £9 sometimes.
Okay,
in the West End of London, £10 I would imagine. But yeah, Miles Jupp, famed for Rev on BBC Two, of course. Have I Got News for You appearances? He's done a strong job there. Films.
I hate these things where you have to enter in when you want to post something on the internet. It says copy these letters and write them down, because I can never read the letters.
What, the letters on the internet?
Yes. The security system,
right.
Which coincidentally was invented by my grandfather, but it's a pain in the arse. It's a legacy of that. I wish he hadn't left us. 0330 123 1215. We'll be talking more about the evening a little bit after 12, telling you what it is, but it will be a lot of fun. That much I can guarantee. Dougie will be there, I will be there, Miles Jupp will be there. If you want to find out where to get tickets from, go to the Facebook page and we'll tell you a little bit more about it after this lot, The Blurs. By the way, if you saw The Apprentice tonight and you want to come and have a chat about it, 0330 123 1215. It's one of the few times when I've actually seen it when it went out live, so I can talk about it freely. Did that... 0330 123 1215. Did she deserve to go?
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Now, I should be playing a record, but you've upset someone, Dougie.
Whoa.
Iain Lee, Absolute Radio, by the way. Dougie Anderson is in. You've upset Stephen Lorden a lot, to the point where he sent in 2 emails.
Right.
Title, Joe Wiley. Wiley spelt W-Y-L-E-Y. Your co-host, guest, said Joe Wiley says when she doesn't like a band. Exactly whom and when did this apply to? Do sweeping statements sound good on radio? That's the first email.
Hold on. He says, when did Joe Wiley say she didn't like a band?
Yes.
No, that's what I was saying. She doesn't really say she doesn't like bands.
OK. Then his next email. Wiley, God bless her, is the queen of sycophancy. I've never heard her say anything constructively critical about any band ever. She is Ms. BBC Radio PC. Come on. Where's the honesty? Are you all so strapped to your political position? Oh, dearie me. No, but another one bites the dust.
That's what I was alluding to. There's been a lot of chat on various websites, The Guardian and all that, about coverage, and they were saying that Joe Wiley didn't have many opinions. And that's what I was saying. So, this chap...
Stephen Lorden,
or Mr. Lorden.
Thank you.
Is kind of reiterating what I said. He might have just got the wrong end of the stick.
Let's cheer everybody up.
But let's make that stick into the stick of friendship.
Let's calm everyone down by a little bit of this, one of my favourite bands of 2011.
Who's that?
The Kings of Leon. And weren't they fantastic at Glastonbury? Were they at Glastonbury?
They weren't. They were doing the Hyde Park gig.
Weren't they fantastic at the Hyde Park gig?
They were one of the best bands called Kings of Leon that I've ever seen in Hyde Park, and I didn't even go.
Interestingly, Mr. Lorden has emailed back.
Okay.
Sorry, I got the wrong end. Thanks for that. I'll listen with more intent next time. Guess I'm used to the normal PC radio jargon. Anaesthetizes people like me. Also, excuse the spelling mistakes, Mr. Lee. Well, there you go.
Well, there we go. A nice ending to what was a great story.
Leron. Hello?
How are you, Ian?
I'm fine.
Hi, hello?
Yes. Could you pick up your telephone?
Yeah, you hear me? You hear me properly now?
Are you on speakerphone or hands-free or something?
No. Now we're not on speaker. Now you're regular.
Okay. What can I do for you?
Oh, hi, Ian. I wanted to ask you one question. At the start of the show, you put a very strange song. It was an Hebrew song. I quite know it, yeah?
Do you know what that song is? I've got no... Because listen, this song popped up on, bizarrely enough, a Monkeys bootleg. It's a Peter Talk bootleg. And I have no idea... This is the song you're referring to. Hang on a second, let me get this. Because it popped up in my car and I thought, oh, that'll be a fun song to start the show with. I hope my boss isn't listening. And for those who missed it, at the start of the show, it was this little folky gem. And you know this song, do you, Leron?
Yeah.
Can you sing along?
They hear it, they can't believe that.
Everyone sing. So what? I don't even know what language it is.
It's in Hebrew.
Hebrew.
Yeah, it's Hebrew.
And I've just noticed the start sounds.
Basically, this song. It's from the country that built this song came out.
Okay. And so what's it about?
It's about the starting, the building of the country.
Okay.
That they start like doing the ground, you know, and putting, you know, like.
This is brilliant.
Sorry about my English, yeah.
Okay, don't worry about that. You're doing superbly well. So but basically, you listen to Absolute Radio, expecting a bit of Muse and a bit of Kaiser Chiefs. We've given you that, but then you had the bonus of an ancient Hebrew song.
Yeah, so it was very surprising. I'm listening to you basically most of the time because I'm a locksmith. I'm traveling.
You're a locksmith in Moscow?
No, I'm locksmith in London.
Ah. But how did you get to Moscow?
I never been in Moscow. I never said I'm in Moscow.
Okay. I thought you said you... Okay.
No. I'm from Israel.
Okay, right.
And that's basically. And I wanted to thank you, Ian Lee. One day, I was on the way for a job.
Yeah.
And I've been stopped by the police.
Uh-oh.
And you put it was the end of the show for you, and you put a Beatles song.
Yeah.
And because of this Beatles song, the police let me go.
Whoa! Hang on a minute. What Beatles song was it that caused the police to free you?
I think it either was the Strawberry. I think it was the Strawberry Field.
Okay, the Strawberry song, yes.
Or it was another one. I haven't. I don't know how it goes.
We might play the Strawberry song later on then as a tribute to anyone who's been arrested and is being held against their will by police.
The Strawberry song can get people out of sticky situations.
But Leron, well listen, I'm so glad that you enjoyed that song and you know what it is. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you very much, Ian. Have a good night.
And you fella, take care. Wasn't that nice? And I just noticed the start of that song. Listen to this. Hang on. No, it's the CD is jammed. We'll have a bit of fun with music. It's called Fun with Music.
Okay.
A little bit of fun with music. I'll do something that's going to be... Go, oh, that was fun with music. Here we go. So this is the song we just played. Disc is queuing up.
People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. When you're down.
When you're strange.
Faces come out of the rain.
Face.
When you're strange. When you're
strange.
That was Fun with Music. John Day is in Swindon. Hello, John Day.
That's it, yeah, that's me, yeah. All right, how you doing, Ian?
I'm good, that's you, is it?
Yeah, that's me, yeah.
Is that you?
I'm liking it, man.
Loving it.
What, are you doing requests, or are you just speaking to Portuguese people all night?
We're both. We're speaking to Portuguese.
Yeah.
So it's only casual racism. We can get away with that. And we're taking requests, but only from Portuguese.
What, only Portuguese requests?
Only Portuguese requests.
Enrique Iglesias.
Okay, we'll play that. Would you like that?
No, I wouldn't. No.
Okay.
Have you got any verve?
Far too much.
Far too much what?
Yeah. I did accidentally cut him off there, but I was getting close to it anyway. Dougie.
Is Iglesias not Spanish, not Portuguese?
Well, again, the casual racism, the casual racism brush has been swung around the room. Clip joint, Friday night.
Yeah.
Basically, it's us showing clips of things. Now, that doesn't. When I've said that to people and friends, they've gone, oh, and I've gone, but it will be good. And that's kind of it, really. Is it? We show clips of things.
Well, there's a lot of talk in between as well.
Oh, controversial.
And and a live audience, live people.
Yeah. And if you're coming, I should say, bring a DVD or a VHS or a clip of something that means a lot to you. It can be a film, it can be a pop video, it can be a video of Grandma, whatever.
Someone on Twitter, Noi T Human.
Okay, yes, I'm aware of Noi.
Just burned my DVD for Clip Joint. Hope it gets a laugh or two.
Oh, Noi's coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing, of course it's not. It's always good to have you there, Noi.
Yeah. Is Noi a nutter?
So if you're coming, bring along a clip of something, and it can be anything. Something you taped off the telly.
Absolutely. I mean, one thing I filmed, especially, you had a glimpse of it today, especially for the night, which I filmed in a little place on the south coast that some people call Brighton.
Yes.
And so we asked people to bring some of their stuff as well, and it's in Camden Town, isn't it? Camden Town, the home of Britpop.
Camden Head. The home of madness, who in many ways are the grandfathers and the architects of Britpop, I would say.
I'd say they're more Chalk Farm boys than Camden Town boys.
No, I'd say Camden Town.
Well, okay.
They
certainly weren't Canning Town.
Friday night, the show starts at 8 o'clock, doors open about 7:30. There may even be a couple of tickets on the door if you want to. We may hold a couple back.
We'll hold 6 back at the door. Okay. 6 at the door.
I'm going to say some words to you, and do you remember that game that Chris Tarrant had on the radio, where he would open an envelope and it would go like, oh no, it was the machine, it was a robot, and it would go, £20, £25, £100, £250.
Stop.
You've stopped at £250. Would you like to hear what you've won £250? That's yours. Would you like to hear what's the next one was going to be?
Yes.
£260. £25,000. Oh, but £250 is better than nothing. We're going to play that game, but we're going to play that game with words.
Oh right, okay. With words.
Yes.
Okay.
Troubles. Squares. Assessment. Painted bird. Human being. Squares blower mix.
Stop.
Do you want to hear what the next one would have been?
Yeah.
Dry the rain. Oh, then it would have been Beth Ditto. So
what? Dry the Rain?
Yeah.
As in the song Dry the Rain?
Yeah.
By the band that you know I love?
Yeah. But you chose this.
No. Don't.
You chose this.
Don't. Oh, come on. I was one off. Don't put this on.
You chose this.
No, I chose this whilst not.
You chose the
not having the requisite knowledge that I was one song away from musical heaven.
But you were one option away from £25,000.
Oh, I don't care about £25,000. Just stick the Beta Band on.
This is the Beta Band. This is the Blower remix.
I don't like the Blower remix.
I like Blower. Shh. Oh, 330 123 1215.
Slash the collection.
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Sunday, Monday, happy day.
That was the wrong button.
Yeah, who cares? We just played the Beta Band.
Yeah, we did play the Beta Band, and a lot of people saying nice things about the Beta Band.
In my opinion, one of the greatest bands of all time.
The Hot Shots Part 2 wasn't very good, though, was it?
Oh, come on. Hot Shots Part 2 is brilliant.
Was it good?
In fact, the live stuff off that, on the live album, which comes with the best of, is outstanding.
I stand corrected. Dougie Anderson's in the studio. Someone's already tweeted me saying, Iain, you always act like a dick when Dougie's in the studio. Stop it. So I'm going to stop that now, Dougie.
I don't think you're acting any differently than you normally do.
OK, thank you very much. Bobby is on the line. Hello, Bobby. Hang on a minute. Yes, Bobby. There was an iron of fist in that velvet glove. Bobby!
Hello, Iain.
Hello, Bobby. How's your grumpy dad?
Okay. He's in Essex at the moment.
He's doing what?
He's in Essex.
OK, lovely. That'll learn him, won't it? Bobby, is your mouth near the phone?
Yeah.
OK. Bobby's 20. She's going over the 28-year-old man.
8 years difference, Bobby.
And they've been going to each other for 10 years. No, not 10 years. No, not 10 years.
No, we haven't.
4 years.
Just about. No.
5.
3 years.
3 years. Okay.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry. Yes, it's the right side. Bobby,
Yeah?
are you coming to Clip Joint on Friday night?
I can't, I'm afraid.
Better be a good excuse.
I'm moving to Weymouth, aren't I? I
It's not-
told you I was moving
you?
to Dorset.
It's not a brilliant excuse. It's not a brilliant excuse. I mean, you could come via Camden Head,
No, because all of my money is going on the move. So,
or get you in for free.
well, if you can get me for free, I'll come down.
Oh, I will get. I know somebody who's working on the show. I can get you in for free.
Okay, then.
All right, we'll see you there. Don't bring him.
Oh, no, I won't.
Good. Bobby, you've called in. You want to tell me how I can get revenge on the evil men that have painted... They've painted a double yellow line in my street.
Yeah. Yes. Do you see them out there daily?
Yes, I do, yeah.
Yeah? Well, I heard of someone who did this once. They actually... Either you could do this, Ian, or get someone else to do it, but dress up as a policeman.
Here comes Inspector Beadle.
And do what?
And go and tell them that what they've done is illegal.
But it's illegal to impersonate a policeman as well, so it'd be...
So especially if one of them... But what, Bobby, if one of them then dressed up as a policeman and arrested me for impersonating a policeman, and then one of my friends also dressed up as a policeman and arrested them, but then they got a real policeman in, we'd be in a whole lot of trouble.
You would, but as I said, if they don't find out, it's fine.
If I don't find out, if luckily no one's mentioned it on a national radio station, so that means that's our secret.
A lot of people do a lot of illegal things that we don't find out about. It's not to say it's right to do in the first place. Just because we don't know about it doesn't mean it's any more legal.
Eloise,
Yeah?
have you ever done anything illegal? Like properly illegal? I don't mean like speeding and stuff.
No, I don't think I have.
Do we know? Listen, we've not mentioned this, and Bobby, maybe you can help us with this. You were robbed at Glastonbury, weren't you, Eloise?
Yeah.
I'm going to turn you up a bit quiet there for some reason. And what did they steal?
Just everything that was in my handbag.
Just
So like
everything.
money, glasses, all that sort of stuff.
They stole your glasses?
Yeah, it was just in the bag.
Oh,
so
so they took the bag?
Yeah.
And this is why you were asleep in your tent?
Yes.
That's the worst thing about it, I think, is that you
Yeah,
were
because
asleep.
I actually had to unzip the tent and it was right next to me and sneak it out.
I don't get the point of... I don't...
And you slept through this, obviously. You woke
Yeah.
up in the morning and your bag was gone.
Yeah, I had earplugs.
Campsites work on a very strange trust system, though, don't they? Where
Yeah,
you
yeah.
trust that people
Yeah.
aren't going to break in. Because anyone could break into a tent. Because they're very rarely do they have locks on. And even if they had locks on, you could still break into it quite easily.
Yeah.
So it's a strange trust system. But there was a bit of it going on, was there, at Glastonbury?
Yeah, apparently the police said there was loads going on, so they reckon there was an organised crime ring.
I mean, if you want, and this is a slight abuse of power on the show, but I don't mind. We could have a whip round.
No.
The listeners we could metaphorically pass the hat, and people could send in.
Could probably get you enough to put £10 on an Oyster card.
Yeah, definitely. If you go through everything that was stolen, and listener, if you're listening at home and you've got some of these things at home that you don't use, a pair of glasses you don't use or don't need, send them into Absolute Radio, 1 Golden Square. We will try and recreate Eloise's bag. So Eloise, go through everything that was stolen. Make some stuff up as well, like an insurance job.
I can't remember.
Oh, okay. Well, a bit suspicious there. Suddenly, I would remember what was in my
I think the moral of the story is put your purse in your sleeping bag when you go to sleep at a festival.
Well, I did after that because I got lent some money and I kept putting it in my bag. But
well done.
In my sleeping bag, sorry.
Okay. Bobby, would you like? We're having a whip round for Eloise. Would you like to donate something? Oh.
I don't know because she can't remember what.
I know that's the bit. I'm whispering, so I'm hoping she can't hear me, but she's looking at me. She can still hear me. That's the bit I'm suspicious about, Bobby. She can't remember what was stolen.
I put it all on Twitter.
I don't follow you on Twitter.
Oh yeah, of course.
I don't follow anybody on Twitter apart from my wife.
I follow Eloise on Twitter.
Well, what did she lose?
I don't know because I haven't been on Twitter for a couple of days, so I didn't read it.
Next week, I'm tempted to go a whole week without Twitter, just to try it, cold turkey. See what happens.
Go for it.
Okay, I will. Bobby, thanks for that.
That's okay.
Bye-bye. This guy was calling in earlier on and he's just dropped off. The Gecko.
Hello.
We'll see how long I can be bothered with this. Yes.
Mr. Lee. Yeah, I was going to ask how you are, but I know you don't care, and you know I don't care, so there you I've been a podcast listener, first time caller.
How would you say it's going?
Pretty badly.
Yeah. Dougie's an outsider. I mean, this is this kind of thing that would grab your listening ears at home, or would you be switching to Radio 4 Extra?
I'd probably on 6 Music by now, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't blame you at all. But just wanted to say one thing. Up yours.
Thank you very much.
Classic ending.
We come on this loop, John.
We have to stop the song. Because, Eloise, I've just realised something.
What?
You've been away all weekend. You didn't know there was a strike tomorrow.
No.
You've not heard, have you?
What?
Oh, God, I've got to be the one to break the news to you. Columbo's dead.
Oh, I do know.
OK, well, that's a relief. Oh, you crazy 60s songs that end very quickly. Dougie Anderson's in the studio.
So is
nice are you... we should probably let's plug your website or something, shall we? Why not?
OK, MrDouglasanderson.com. That's it.
And if people want to follow you on Twitter, that's where the real action is. If they want to know what records you've recently bought, and what B-sides you're listening to, then they should go to...
At Dougie Ando.
OK. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. We may take some calls straight to air after John in Kingston. Hello, John.
Hello.
I like John already.
I like John.
Yeah.
John's a fun... I'd like to be out sharing a pie with John.
Oh, I'd love to share a pie with you.
Ooh. Suddenly got a little bit... There's a sexual frisson. Dougie, may I ask you to leave the studio, please?
That's classic John.
John, you really are a character. What can I do for you, John?
I would just like to say hello to you and Douglas Anderson.
Hello indeed, sir.
And hello, John.
Hello in doodly-dee.
Anyway, I am a podcast person.
Welcome.
And I'm a bit far behind. I was listening to the one where you're talking about radio presenters earlier today.
Oh, yeah, we did... yes, that was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. We did a geeky show where we looked at old radio presenters, yes.
And I would just love to be able to, on air, tip my hat to Clive Bull, because he is a genius.
That was what kind of started it, I think. We did nod to Clive Bull, but yes, Clive Bull has quit LBC. Through. I remember having a discussion with you, Dougie, on Rise, Clive Bull versus James Whale.
Right.
And you prefer James Whale, and I prefer Clive Bull.
Well, that's when James Whale was doing his Talk Sport stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Clive Bull has got to win hands down over James Whale, surely.
Very much. James Whale is excellent, but he's done the same act for 35 years.
But do you know who's missing here?
Go on.
Tommy Boyd.
Tommy Boyd, the master, yes.
So his stuff was extraordinary.
Well, that's how Clive Bull started. He used to be Tommy Boyd's tech op, and Tommy Boyd, they both tell the story slightly differently. Tommy tells it slightly more dramatically, but Tommy Boyd, there was someone working at the station who was a drunk or a pain in the arse or something, and Tommy Boyd went on holiday, and on the last day before his holiday, he said, right, if I come back and that person's still working here, I'm quitting. He came back a week later, saw the guy was there, said to Clive, it's your turn, have a good one, and he walks out, and that was Clive Bull's first ever break on the radio.
And Tommy Boyd's just like... is Tommy Boyd on the radio at the moment?
No, he's not. I should try and get Tommy Boyd on the show, because I sort of know him.
He was extraordinary.
Yeah, he's brilliant. His Human Zoo and stuff.
It was really... And the weird thing was, a lot of people, he was the guy who was ITV Kids presenter at weekends, and I suppose some weekdays as well. But my goodness, what an excellent radio broadcaster.
He was superb. But
he is.
And he's a lovely chap. He keeps kind of setting up... I'm trying to find a clip that we might be able to play or something, but you can never be quite sure. I have no idea what this is. No, I'm not going to play that because that's from Play Radio. So that's from Play Radio. Hang on a minute. Let's just... I don't know if... I'm going to play... I have no idea what this is. It could be awful. Let's see. We'll see. Hang on.
Lauren calls from Weybridge. You're on Talk Radio, Lauren. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I am an old cow.
How old are you?
33.
No.
No, I'm 30.
No, you can't be an old cow at 30.
I'm an old cow in the making, though.
Ah, that's different.
I'm practising. I've got a lot of old cows.
Hang on a minute. Let's not play that bit, 'cause that's rubbish. Let's play some... Let's see if we can find some humans. Sorry, we'll be with you in a minute, John. You've just got me...
That's fine. Carry on.
I think it's good that we're having this discussion, to be honest.
Totally. I've got no idea what these are. You have to be so careful because you never... okay, let's... I have no idea what this is. Okay, let's try this. It's billed as classic Tommy Boyd. Murdoch puppet call.
Felton. Let's go now to line 3. We have Alvin on the line from Bristol, who wants to talk about pay-per-view. Is that right, Alvin?
Good morning, Tommy. How are you?
Good morning. Very well, thank you for asking.
Yeah, I'd like to talk about pay-per-view and how it's looking like it's going to wreck free-to-air viewing of sport on television.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think, I think it's pretty obvious that Sky Sports and On Digital and the other pay-per-view companies are going to wreck it for the socialists out here, the rest of us out here who want to watch free-to-air sports through our licence fee.
Oh, right, the freeloaders.
Well, they're not freeloaders, Tommy.
Yeah.
So you're
freeloaders?
No, it's not. It's not freeloaders, Tommy. It's a well-established. No, it's a well-established way of giving television to the populace in an inexpensive way.
How old are you?
That's not freeloaders. No, it doesn't matter. What do you mean? How old am I?
How old are you?
No, let's not split hairs, Tommy. Come on.
How old are you?
How old are you?
47. How old are you?
47.
Okay.
Right. So it's actually of no sort of consequence what age I am, is it?
Yes.
No, and it's of no consequence what age you are. No, because it's got nothing to do with age.
When you said well-established...
Yeah.
How far back were you going?
Well, I should think probably to the 30s.
Right.
When the licence fee was introduced.
Right.
And it doesn't really matter anyway. It's well-established.
Petal.
Petal.
No.
Petal.
He's bringing the wine to people out.
Yeah. When you want
Murdoch puppet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth, shitface.
Tommy Boy!
I did not see that going.
I had to dub Tommy Boyd from my radio show. I just did that. We dumped. John, we dumped that. No. If you want to hear what was said there, download the podcast. You'll hear it, but those listening to the radio will have been... John, you see what you've made me do now? I've had to dump Tommy Boyd.
Dumping Tommy Boyd.
That's how good Tommy Boyd is, even when it's something from 15 years ago. I'm having to dump him. John, yes, you're right. Clive Bull is a genius, and I have had an email from him, and he's very well and healthy, and he's very, very happy, and that's the truth.
Excellent.
Cheers. Go on.
Oh, sorry.
Go on. We're just getting ready for the Kaiser Chiefs. I'm hovering over the Kaiser Chiefs button.
Really?
Yes.
Kaiser. Yeah. Anyway, I was just going to say that if it wasn't for the other place, LBC, and Clive Bull, I would have never found your fine show.
Hey, God bless you, son. If it wasn't for Clive Bull and the other place, I wouldn't be here today. John, thank you very much. We'll take some calls straight to air for the last 20 minutes of the show before Mark Crosley comes in. 0330 123 1215. Here's them Kaiser Chiefs.
I don't want much.
Ian Lee, Absolute Radio, Dougie Anderson.
Hi.
Yes. Mark Crosley is going to be up next, which is always a joy. Nice to be listening to him on the drive home. We'll take some calls straight to air. 0330 123 1215. If you want to find more information about the clip joint evening that we're doing on Friday, and it's going to be a semi-regular thing. Well, if it goes well, it may be a one-off. We'll see.
At the moment, we just don't know.
Facebook.com/clip join. There are a few tickets left. There'll probably be a few tickets on the door as well. And if you do come, bring like a DVD or a VHS or just a clip of something. It could be the favourite scene from a film, something you've taped off the telly that means something to you, a video of your mum, anything that it means something to you.
Could be audio, could be visual.
Could be audio, could be visual.
Mm-hmm. Could be audio, visual.
Exactly. One of those two at least.
Yeah.
Has to be incorporated.
At least make it something that you can either hear or see.
Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello?
Hello?
Hiya.
Hiya!
Hey.
Hey!
I was wondering if I could make a request.
You can make it, yes, of course.
You know the song Biz Markie? No, that's the guy, but the song's called Just a Friend by Biz Markie.
Just a Friend by Biz Markie. I've got it on the computer. I was seeing it to Just a Friend Biz Markie. Yep.
Yes, so can you play it?
No. Let's go to line 4, you're on the wireless.
All right.
Is that Dougie, the Scotch scamp?
Yeah, I've got a bit of a beef for you there, Ian.
Okay. Bearing in mind that there is a real Scotchman in the studio with me this evening.
Yes, I think you'll find it's pronounced Dougie in Scotland, mate.
It's got a point there, because Dougie Rugby.
Doug Rugby, yes, but I don't think it is really.
Oh, is it not?
It can be. You can could be Dougie or Dougie
Definitely
or
Dougie.
Douglas. But as I always say in these situations, the name isn't Douglas, it's Douglas. So an abbreviation that should be Dougie,
Dougie Donnelly,
as opposed to Dougie.
Dougie Vipond,
Dougie Donnelly, Dougie Vipond,
Dougie Hauser.
Dougie Hauser.
Definitely Dougie.
Doogie Howser was definitely a Doogie.
Yeah, he
Like
was.
Doggy sounds like, oh, look at the cute wee doggy, oh, let's pet the wee doggy.
But that's
you know what I mean?
Doggy.
That's
Doggy, you're in
that's-
Scotland, say, oh, look at the cute wee doggy.
that's
pet the
D-O-
doggy.
that's Doggy.
Definitely Dougie, though.
No.
No?
What's your name?
Dougie.
Dougie. It's nice to speak to another one.
Thank you, Dougie. You're very passionate about your heritage, aren't you?
Not particularly.
I'm glad to have seen you twice in one day. We don't see each other often enough. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian.
Hello there, mate.
Do you realise that you do your best radio when you're flipping furious?
Why, are you saying tonight's rubbish?
No. Yesterday was brilliant. That's what I'm saying.
Well, yes, I was very angry yesterday. The internet is really peeing me off at the moment. There are so many bumholes on there. if you look hard enough, there are literally...
I listened back, right? I listened back to a show you did 5 years ago, a couple of nights ago. And it was called, If You're Over 47, You're Rubbish, You're Useless, We Don't Need You, Go Home, Put Your Slippers On and Shut Up.
Yeah.
And the phones went crazy. It was
Wow, I was
brilliant,
angry
mate.
there. Well, you should listen to tomorrow's show, because tomorrow we're going to be saying about how old people shouldn't be allowed to drive. That is true. That's my friend, that is what tomorrow's show is, after I saw the most ridiculous bit of driving by an old woman. So tomorrow, if you're old, a.k.a. over 50, you should not be allowed to drive a vehicle. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hi there. Seeing as you wouldn't let me play Biz Markie, I'm going to play it to you.
Okay, thanks.
Oh my God, she came back.
Oh, baby, you got what I need.
I've got a singing teacher.
He's just a friend, and you say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need.
Yeah, I kept you on longer than I thought it would, didn't I? 0330 123 1215. Have you heard the rapper do the rap about Clark's shoes?
No.
Oh, then Can someone on Facebook very quickly remind me what the rapper is called? The name of the rapper who does the rap about Clark's shoes that we played a couple of months ago? Because I might be able to find it on here. It's brilliant. Let me just type in. Vibes Cartel. That's who it is. Vibes Cartel. Okay, this is awesome. This is a rapper. I don't want a remix of it. Hang on a second. You'll like this. So we want Vibes Cartel. Hang on. Vibes Cartel. Oh, come on, you silly thing. Be with you in a second, Dougie.
It's quite right. I'm just cruising the internet at the moment, seeing what's happening in Cyberland, and it's all happening. America's just waking up at the moment.
Good morning, America. Oh, okay, this is okay. I think this is the same guy, but this is okay. Hang on a second. This isn't the one about. This isn't the one about Clark's. No, hang on. We've got to find the one about Clark's. Hang on a second. Hang on a minute. This is no. Basically, wherever he's from, Clark's shoes are considered the best shoes in the world. Let's have a listen.
You gone. They ain't no hot skull, but tell me something. And when you get the new Clarks, the daddy, which colour that? Daddy no party. You alone have the style, the daddy. The queen for England, have to love off yardy. And when you get the new Clarks, the daddy.
Where'd you get the new Clarks there, daddy?
Daddy no party. And you alone have the style, the daddy. The queen for England, have to love off yardy.
Real bad man, no muggle in a shorts. Straight jeans, cut off foot pants. Everybody have to ask when me get my Clarks. Everybody have to ask when me get my Clarks. The leather hard, the sweat soft. Toothbrush get out the dust fast. Everybody
Toothbrush get out the dust fast.
Everybody have to ask when me get my Clarks. I love creeping up.
Clarks me prefer. Clarks for the leather, yeah. Clarks for the fur. Clarks for the summer, Clarks for the winter. Clarks for the sun, Clarks for the water. Me know we're nautica, not a sailor. Pull off a tiger, him a the golfer. Me knew all the bees hotter than sulfur. Me pattern me daddy from I was a youngster.
Real bad man, no muggle in a shorts. Straight jeans, cut off foot pants. Everybody have to ask when me get my Clarks. Everybody have to ask.
It's a good song, huh? He knows how to write them.
Yeah, he knows how to talk about Clarks, that's for sure.
That was line 3, you're on the wireless.
Oh, hello, mate, you alright?
Yes, thank you.
No, but did you... Oh, bloody... Sorry. I'll start again.
It's all right.
He's only got one nut, that's why he's... could be...
Sorry, I'm watching Quantum Leap, but I thought I'd ring.
Oh, which one is it? Which one is it?
It's the penultimate episode where he was Elvis.
Oh, I don't remember. The penultimate episode. Does that mean they're going to be showing the finale soon?
Tomorrow night, 6 p.m, ITV4.
Oh, not the finale of Quantum Leap is an app. He meets God in it.
He does.
Oh, I'm watching that, my friend. I'm watching that. Thank you, thank you.
Did you check out Alan Bezic the other week?
No.
Oh, you said you were going to. Have a listen.
I know. I was busy.
Well, have a listen.
Do you know I never check people out?
Well, that's what you mean by check people out.
Steady.
No.
Listen, the one that I will check him out, but I probably won't. Someone just reminded me, I've got to order. There's a Mojo special about the release of Smile, and it's got a nice Monkeys article as well. There's a Smile box set coming out in August with the Beach Boys.
Yes.
Yeah,
I know. I like this guy. He sounds nice and friendly and cheery.
Sorry, one nut.
Hello.
Yeah. He is. That's it. That's the show over. We're done. Dougie, thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you on Friday.
See you on Friday.
See you on Friday.
See you on Friday too.
See you on Friday, Eloise.
No.
Do you know what? If I could go back a week in time, I'd nick her stuff.